Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investor's Channel. We are looking at the XRP news. Unfortunately, we have got a delay on a spot XRP ETF. So let's get directly into that and tell you exactly what is going on with that. So the SEC, we were hoping the SEC weren't going to do this. We were discussing this yesterday on the show, but they have. The SEC has delayed making a decision on the Franklin Templeton's XRP spot ETF into June the 17th. What we were hoping for, just like what happened with the futures ETF, is these ETFs come in, the SEC make a decision and allow it to go forward. It is different to futures future ETFs and futures products, because with those decisions, what happens there is these providers put in their application. If the SEC don't say anything, they get put through. However, with a spot ETF, to my knowledge, what they have to do is they put their application through, and it's not about the SEC not doing anything and getting it approved. They actually have to make a decision, and they've decided to delay making a decision until June the 17th. Here is the official document down there. Here is some news stories regarding, so let's get through here. The SEC delays decision on Franklin Templeton's spot XRP ETF. The SEC has delayed its decision on a proposed spot XRP ETF from the asset manager Franklin Templeton. According to filings published this week, the new deadline for the decision is now set for June the 17th. So it's not awful. We are still looking at potentially an ETF in Q3, Q4 this year. June 17th is less than a couple months away. So even getting that ETF in June is still amazing. Just looking at the comments, this is made during a live video, so please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. We do make these videos live, so you can join us when we're making them. Hit the like button if you are enjoying the video so far. It will help the channel. Frank Templeton applied on March the 13th, 2025 through CBOBTX exchange. The new proposal was officially listed for public comment on the Federal Register on March the 19th. Under the new rules, the SEC was expected to make an initial decision on May the 3rd. However, the Commission said it needed more time to carefully review the application and the issues surrounding it. The ETF would be listed under BZX rule, which is a rule for commodity-based trust shares. In its note, the SEC said the Commission finds it appropriate to designate a longer period within which to take action on the proposed rule change, so that it has sufficient time to consider the proposal rule change and the issues raised therein. This is a massive asset manager. Franklin Templeton, which manages more than 1.5 trillion in assets, is the biggest institutional firm so far to file for an XRP based fund. So once they go live, imagine the amount of people the people that are invested that they can offer these services to. You're looking at millions of people, I would imagine, or hundreds of thousands, or high net worth individuals that will have the option to invest in XRP. This is not futures. This will be an XRP spot ETF where they'll be holding it. You can see this is coming. They have delayed it for now. We could get a decision in June, and this asset manager has 1.5 trillion in assets. The ETF was called Franklin XRP Fund. Is one of the many recent crypto-related applications waiting for a green light. Along with XRP, the SEC is also reviewing ETF filings tied to Solana, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. The SEC this week has also pushed back a decision on Bitwise's Dogecoin ETF application, which was filed on March the 3rd through the New York Stock Exchange. That decision is now expected by June the 15th, 2025. Frank Templeton also submitted an S1 registration form for the XRP fund in March. Other firms like Grayscale, Bitwise, WisdomTree, 21 Shares are also seeking to launch XRP-related products. That is a whole lot of massive firms looking to launch an XRP spot ETF. Imagine the inflows that can occur. I would say we are looking at a quarter of the inflows that the Bitcoin one had at least, and that would be massive for the price of XRP. In my opinion, again, nothing I say during this video is financial advice. It's just my thoughts and opinions only, while covering some news articles. So this is where it's all wrong, and I will link right above here what you need to watch, because this is wrong. XRP is currently the 4th largest cryptocurrency. It is not. Look up right now. I'll be linking, and I'll be putting in the comments why that's false, why XRP is number 2. You have to watch that video, because we need to get our facts right, and we need to start spreading the word that XRP is the 2nd largest cryptocurrency. Please watch that video, and you'll explain and I'll tell you exactly what I mean and why everyone is wrong on that. XRP is number 2. So I'll put it right above to watch that video that we put out yesterday. I was trading around, so I don't like that comment there. Here we go, we've got some more news here. SEC delays spot XRP ETF decision until June the 17th. June the 17th is not really that far away. I'm not too concerned about it. They want to make sure they get it right, and I'm confident the new administration's SEC will happily get that through. Right now, the crypto industry is amped to welcome an XRP ETF. That false rumors are driving market confusion. That's why we're here, giving you the honest, true news on what is exactly what is happening. The world's first such asset began trading in Brazil last week. We had our first Bitcoin spot ETF, the world's first in Brazil. We covered that news. I'll put that video straight above here as well. You'll see it sort of over there. Please watch that as well. That explains all the ETFs on the cards right now, what is being launched tomorrow, what was launched last week, and the first ever spot ETF as well. That was launched last Friday. That will explain what's going on there, the exact inflows, what we can expect for the US spot US spot ETF as well as some price predictions. So do make sure you watch that video. The commission didn't stop there. It also delayed Bitwise's Dogecoin ETF proposal as well for Ethereum staking. So you can see this is not just limited to XRP. They are not ready to make these decisions yet, but they might be in a month or two. So this is a breakdown of the news of the ETF. In the US, they've delayed making the decision to create a spot XRP ETF. The new deadline is June the 17th. The SEC is taking extra time because they want to review the application carefully, as they usually do with crypto-related products. The delay is normal. It doesn't mean approval or rejection. They're just extending the review process. At the same time, other cryptocurrencies like Dogecoin and Ethereum staking have also been delayed. The SEC is very cautious with anything crypto related. Meanwhile, outside the US, the Brazil have already launched their first spot ETF. So internationally, XRP ETFs are moving ahead, but in the US, they are still stuck in review. ProShares rumor. There is rumors that ProShares will launch an XRP ETF tomorrow. We will cover that news as well. We'll be doing a show every morning, so make sure you subscribe and hit the like button so you can be shared our content. And that we did cover the Brazil spot ETF. Remember, we do have a spot ETF already, the world's first ETF in Brazil, and that is, I'll show you the price action on that chart. We are looking at the first ever spot ETF in Brazil. We'll look at it on the daily time frame. We'll probably have 2 days worth of data, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. You can see this is XRP spot ETF going exactly like the price of XRP. So that is it with this video. You can look at the price of XRP right now. It is trading at $2.26. $2.30 is very important for XRP's price. Tune into my show tomorrow morning and we can look more at the price action. There'll be some videos that might be of interest to you up here and down here. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.